Happy holidays! Can you guess what we watched?
Happy Life Day,
It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
Fuck you, Marty! Fuck you!
it's still better than Attack the Clones.
God
I stand by.
damn it! I fucking hate Star Wars! I fucking knew it! I knew there was a reason I never watched the thing! Never again! Just bullshit! Trichy was right! You both are going to hell for showing me this!
I was already going to hell.
It wasn't that bad now, in fairness.
You owe me so much porn for this, darling. You owe me so much porn. The amount of wangs you is going to be just fucking astronomical.
Ooh.
If you're wondering, we watched the Star Wars Holiday Special, and I don't think Jen enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't think she enjoyed it one bit.
I fucking hate it, darling. Enjoyed it is not even where to fucking begin. Why was this thing almost 2 fucking hours? Why, for fuck's sake, why?
Because
what did I do, Martin? What did I do?
It was trying to show the holiday spirit of Star Wars. That's what it was trying to do.
But I don't even understand. Like the people don't fucking understand anything. I went and learned. Like I didn't know anything about Star Wars, and I came out learning less.
How is that possible?
I don't fucking, darling. I don't fucking know.
How was
Jesus
this for
Christ.
exposure to Star Wars that wasn't pornographic?
We should have done more porn. There's a lot more Star Wars porn. Let's do more porn. It's the holidays. What gets people up more to speak than watching some good holiday hardcore action in space? I think I understood more from the porno than I ever did from the fucking special.
That's bad.
So
I don't know what I did. Redeeming Love was not that bad. Fucking 9.5 weeks was not that bad.
I don't know. I tend to disagree. Did it have Wookiees? Did it have robots? Did it have a swinging musical number? I don't think so.
The musical numbers, darling, like they wouldn't end, and they weren't even like they didn't fucking have Jefferson Starship playing like fucking one pill makes you smaller and one pill makes you larger. Oh no, they had to do their own unique composition.
Yeah, you got Jefferson. Well, because that was wrong. That's a Jefferson Airplane song. This is Jefferson Starship. Drastically different band.
Well, then they should have fucking started off with Bumble City.
That's Starship. No Jefferson. Different band. So.
Russell says, "My goodness, I can hear what's up, everyone. I smashed the like button before I came in. This awesome stream and chat. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hey, Russell."
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Life Day.
Oh, fuck.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Life Day. Happy whatever. So.
It wasn't so happy for me.
You don't matter.
The basic premise is Chewie's trying to get home to his family, his wife Mala, his father Richie, and his son Lumpy, and the Empire is causing them awful trouble. And we get cameos from Star Wars alumni, and we get cameos from some comedy greats. And the comedy isn't so great.
What's Art Carney doing in this special?
Yeah, you don't really get cameos from comedy. You more so get a lot of Art Carney and a lot of Harvey Korman, cameo from B. Arthur.
And the really fucked up thing, Marty, is I really like the kid. I love the Honeymooners, and like Ed Norton was like my favorite. I fucking play with the hat and a G. I fucking loved and adored him, and I thought to myself, before I watch this piece of shit with you, I thought, well, Art Carney will be fun. How could fucking Art Carney not be a fucking But no, this was not. And fucking Golden Girl, Dorothy herself, fucking, I've never had so much screen time with fucking Dorothy as I have in this fucking thing. It will not stop.
I see that. I disagree with you on there. I genuinely VR segment's the highlight of the special.
You clearly weren't watching it the
Yeah,
way
I
I
was.
Oh my god, Marty. That doesn't make sense. And like they have subtitles that are going whatever, however they speak. Like no subtitles, and like, yeah, you get it, but it's just fucking padding the show. I'm glad no one got paid to do this. No one should have paid. Like, I thought all you Star Wars people were being, like you said, hyperbolic about this, and I thought, how fucking bad could one little Christmas special be? It has nothing to do with fucking Christmas, and before you be as
No,
smart
it's
as
about Life Day. It's not about Christmas. What's Christmas? This special is all about Life Day.
God damn, I hated this. Like, I
Oh,
about there's always something that I can go, that was pretty fucking cool. I can't do this with this special, darling. I can't. Sorry, I don't want to be a hater, but goddamn it, this will, like, if you people think I'm gonna be a Star Wars fan, I'm never seeing these movies now. This is like done, and I'm never watching it because I've never seen any of them besides porn and this, and no, I'm done.
so you'd say this has soured you to Star Wars?
Yes, this has soured me to Star Wars. Like, I didn't think it'd be exactly my bag anyway. And no offense, I know like a lot of people love Star Wars, and that's awesome and cool and stuff. But no, I've managed to go 41 years of my life without seeing it. And after seeing this piece of shit, no, Harrison Ford seems kind of cool. For my one positive, Harrison Ford seems kind of cool. But no, and they all don't want to be there.
No, no one wanted
And
to. be
what
Well,
is
Carrie
with
Fisher
the
wanted to be there.
way?
Carrie Fisher looked like she wanted to be there.
She was coked out of her mind. She wouldn't know if she was there on fucking Mars. She was look at pupils, Marty. Look at her fucking pupils.
They were like olives. They were the size of olives, weren't they, babe?
They were. Marty, can I ask you a question? Do you generally like this, or is there part of you, is there some sort of nostalgia, or is it just like, you know, the sick bastard and you like, I'm going to torture Jen because I fucking hated Redeeming Love, and I wasn't too wild about 9.5 weeks in this payback. Is this for the scene where Kim Basinger and Mickey Rourke were doing the whole fucking food thing? Is this what this is?
No. I like this in an ironic kind of way.
Okay, explain, because I don't understand, and I don't want to be a dick. Like, it's cool, like, you like it. I'm not, but, oh, God.
I think Christian summed it up brilliantly, right? Christian summed it up brilliantly. You're a child in the 70s. You've seen A New Hope, Star Wars A New Hope. You're like, oh, that's the best film ever. Oh, my God, this fucking film blew my mind. And then, like, a year later, or less than a year later, it's like, oh, there's going to be more Star Wars on Christmas Day. There's going to be an hour and 37-minute movie. Oh my God, I gotta watch. Can you imagine the sheer disappointment, outrage, and just Christian? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. You know, absolutely. Like, imagine being a little child where, like, it wasn't even A New Hope. There was just Star Wars, the one movie, and nothing else. And it's your hot shit. You have all the Kenner action figures. You mailed away for them, and you got your cardboard box. And this is the second piece of Star Wars media to ever exist.
How did they make anything else after this?
Because that first movie was really popular, and not many people saw this special. Clearly, not enough.
Yeah, how was the reception when this came out? Am I like crazy? Are there people like you guys that
Very
like
negative.
this?
Very, very negative.
It was not received well at all, even in the 70s. Lucas has attempted to track down, and in the 90s, I think Lucas tried to track down and destroy every physical copy of this. Keep in mind, this is the man who made Howard the Duck. This is the man who made Phantom Menace. This is the man who made fucking, I don't know, fucking Flyboys. But this is his deep, dark secret that he wanted to destroy. Can you
Yeah.
understand that, Jen? Or can you
Yes!
empathize?
He's my fucking hero. I'm sorry he didn't manage. He should have raided Carrie Fisher's house. Doesn't she? Like, didn't she used to throw a party to get people out?
Yes, that there are two things. The thing that I always love about this special, more than the special itself, like, yes, I do unironically kind of like the VR thing, and I'll talk about it, but there's a good idea, or at least a good concept in here. It just is executed very poorly. But my favorite thing about the Star Wars Holiday Special is the fact that it's two things in Carrie Fisher. One of them was she annually threw a Christmas party every year. And in order to get everyone to leave her house after the party was over, she put a copy of this on. Because also, it's a long-standing rumor that has never been officially confirmed, but it is a very long-standing rumor that I choose to believe that Carrie Fisher is the one that circulated all of the copies of this goddamn special around so much, and why it's so omnipresent now, because she thought it was fucking hilarious to do so.
She's a monster.
I love her for that, if that's true.
She's a fucking monster. Like, I used to love her too, but that's true. She's a fucking monster.
Do you think she done that in her postcards from the Edge kind of section of her life?
Probably.
Oh my God, like
DUIs, drugs, and sending out copies of the Star Wars Holiday
Special.
That's fucked up if that's true, guys. That's fucked up.
It's never been confirmed, and she never mentioned if she was or wasn't a big contributor to why, but it is a long-standing rumor that I choose to believe that she was one of the people that was circulating copies of this for so long.
This is like fascinating to me because this has absolutely, like I said, I'm not really joking when I say I know less about Star Wars coming out of it than I did coming into it. Have this whole thing where they put a fucking cassette tape and then they have this little Circus Olay thing.
Yeah.
What kids really in the 70s were wowed by, like, you know, people in tights juggling and doing contortions with their bodies?
Well, you say that, but you got to remember, this was a 70s variety special. They were on the raves. This is not that bizarre. Like, in the Star Wars context, yes, this is gonzo and weird as hell. But as a 70s variety special, this isn't that weird. The Carpenters variety special from around the same time is way more weird.
Happy Life Day, Trenchy.
Happy Life Day, Trenchy.
You were
Hey,
right.
Trench.
Christian and Marty are going to hell.
Like, that's the thing I always have found so fascinating about this. Like, yes, in context of Star Wars, it's very weird and kind of a kitschy thing. But out of context, there was hundreds of these variety specials in the 70s all the time. The Carpenters had one. The Muppets. Yeah, there was the Brady Bunch had a weekly one. So it's not that bizarre in context of variety specials. It's just kind of another one.
Yeah,
Star Wars themed.
I get this one, but it's just really executed bad. I haven't seen probably as many as you, but I've seen my fair share of holiday specials from that time period, 70s and 80s. And this one is just like, so then the no subtitles are just padding and, like, you know, telling the dude to take the trash out and wash the dishes is not the most compelling raw TV drama I've ever seen. I'm sorry. And little Jen wasn't here for it either.
I'm with you, Jen. There are parts of this that are more parted than a 13-year-old girl's bra, in fairness.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there is.
Like Marty, what is your favorite part of this special? If I'm curious.
I have a couple. Okay, I like the B. Arthur musical number because it's fucking catchy. I like the Boba Fett introduction animation, and I like the fact Itchy gets off to a rhythm and blues singer in his VR chair.
Why was that in there? I've been meaning to ask you.
I will admit that is probably the single weirdest thing about this special is we just have an extended sequence of an old man jerking off to VR porn. That is very weird.
Who was this made for?
I don't know. Star Wars fans, I guess.
Did you guys like the old man? I mean, is there an action figure where you could put him in a chair and
God,
jerk him
I
off?
would love if Star Wars Holiday
There
Special.
needs to be. I love Trenchy piped in there. I told you guys this is a horrible idea.
Don't you so?
You were so right, Trenchy. I should have listened and run.
I wish there was actual proper figures of this, but like I know back in the day they wanted to do some like in the 90s, like right before the prequels. Kenner talked to Lucas about doing like at least like Chewie in his life day robe, something like that, or the Chewie's family. And Lucas was fucking very vitriolic about no, we must never acknowledge this thing's existence.
Big hello also to
Great. I am still weirded out that like there has not been like a special Black Series set of like Chewie's family or something.
Great, Christian, fun story with that. But before I tell you, Katie, thanks a million. Popping the popcorn. Katie's here. Also, Sasha's here. So yeah, you can get the animated version of Boba Fett from this, and originally they made. You can see the mock-ups for Itchy, Mala, and Lumpy, and Mala is essentially Chewie, just with two kind of furry tits glued onto her chest, but they never released it.
That's a bummer. Like,
Would you get it?
Like, I probably wouldn't get it because I don't collect Black Series or anything. Like, that's such a fun little novelty kitsch thing. I'm surprised. We have gotten figures of basically every single background character in Star Wars at this point.
Like the chicken woman?
In all kinds of different scales and stuff. Like, I'm surprised they have never gotten really any proper figures of holiday specials outside of that one of Boba Fett in the holiday special deck.
We say, Christian, we do need to get the chicken duck woman though.
We do need chicken duck woman figure though. Black Series, get on it.
You fuckers, you motherfuckers.
Hasbro, get on
you dirty motherfuckers.
Bit of context. I showed Jen the song Bushes of Love, which is a dub of like Star Wars scenes with Ben Kenobi and Luke. And the song features a creature called the Chicken Duck Woman. And Jen had no context that this was a parody. And myself and Christian told her that I wanted to get the Chicken Duck Woman from A New Hope. And she was going to go into the shop and ask about it. But I stopped her. I didn't want. I stopped you, didn't I?
Oh, wow. Bare minimum, darling. Bare minimum.
Well, okay. Now, kind of just like the question that you asked to Marty of like, is there anything you like about that? For you, genuinely, all jokes aside, is there anything about this you got enjoyment from, or like kind of got a kick out of?
The only thing I told you guys before, and I'm going to repeat myself, you guys think I'm going to be funny, but I'm actually dead serious. This special has cemented for me to know that I fucking adore this man right here, and I fucking love him, and I would fucking marry Heartbeat, because if it was anybody else, when we were getting the little Circus Olay thing, I would have fucking closed my computer, said fuck off to anybody else. So in a way, weirdly, Star Wars has cemented my feelings for Marty. Like, I know he is the one.
That's very sweet.
But as far as the special goes, not really. And like, I'm not trying. I'm playing. I want to make this fun. This is a holiday thing, and I don't want to be a stick in the mud. But like, legitimately, this is one. Like, I just kept thinking, oh my god, it's just so padded. Like the fucking Circus du Soleil scene takes forever. And then when and I love a gurking off scene as much as anyone else. But like when I was thinking, oh my god, is this scene ever gonna fucking end? And then fucking phallic Jefferson star in a pink, shiny, radiated phallus singing into it. And again, you would think I would, of all people, would be here for that. But no, and I'm like, they don't even give you a fucking song to toe tap to. It's the most monotonous droning I've ever heard in my life.
It is pretty droning, yes.
Like, no, I think Harrison Ford probably is very charming in his role. I'm never watching these movies, though. This is just totally turned me off to Star Wars. Like, not granted, it's not my demographic to begin with, but if there was any little tiny hope, could Marty kill it?
We ruined Star Wars for her. Yay!
Yeah, you're better off. Some Star Wars fans can be incredibly. Hey,
Yeah,
well, what is it
you're
again,
better
Christian? The people that hate Star Wars the most are its fans.
It's our Star Wars fans. Yes.
But I can okay. No, I'm gonna be honest, guys, because I try to be honest. I don't understand. I don't understand how you or Marty, who've seen it once, I don't understand anyone else who would willingly see this again after they've seen it the one time.
It's an odd piece of kitsch. That's what it really is. It's this ephemera piece of kitsch that would never be allowed to happen in this day and age. But it only could have happened when it did, because the first film was such a massive thing for film and blockbusters and everything, and they just let them do whatever the fuck they wanted to without ever really questioning it, just to get more Star Wars out there. This is something that would only happen at that one point in time.
Trenchy, I told you so.
Okay, you were right, Trench.
Trenchy has become the Robert Downey Jr. from In Dreams.
Yes, he has.
I told you so.
Yeah, look, it's I don't think it's the best holiday special.
No shit. Understatement of the fucking year, darling. And I still think I did something to piss you off this year, and you've been saving it because you're
you didn't.
And you're okay.
No,
Redeeming Love was not that bad.
It's fair fucking bad. Redeeming Love was fair fucking bad, Jen. I'd watch this before I'd watch Redeeming Love again.
I ironically would rather watch this than Attack of the Clones any day of the week.
What's Attack of? I know it's
Attack of the Clones is the second prequel movie, and it is unbearably boring in my opinion. Talk about padding. That's a movie that's fucking padded to shit.
I get this.
Yeah.
Do people shit is this a tradition? No kidding. Do some people actually?
There are those people that do. I'm not one of them, but in the context of this, for or something, or a hangout,
to torture your mother,
or just to fuck with people, to see this weird fucking thing that exists. I don't think it's unwatchable. There's enough moments here that I do genuinely like. I like the B. Arthur segment. The cartoon's fun. It's fun in a way to see to see all of the original cast in their little cameos, because they all have story behind it. Carrie Fisher being coked out of their mind. Mark Hamill looking super fucked up because he got into a car crash.
Yeah, he was he looked like a fucking Ken doll. Jesus Christ.
He looked like his Kenner toy.
And
his Kenner toy looked more human than he did.
It kind of did, yeah.
Who was this made for, guys?
Generally, it was for Star Wars fans, just to get stuff out. Which, this is the time when, Star Wars fans was predominantly children, because they made children as much as 30 somethings now claim it's the thing. At the end of the day, Star Wars was always designed to be a film for where its primary audience was children.
Where a grandpa Wookiee is jerking off.
Okay, it was the 70s. The 70s, everyone was on a lot of.
This is why 80s that you don't see that happening in the He-Man special.
Just see Man-at-Arms just whacking off for fucking some reason. Okay.
Darling, did I mention you
whatever my
so
sister can do, I can do just as good. What the fuck do you mean?
We'll do that next year, darling. That'll be our holiday special for next year.
Okay, we'll do that next year.
And porn! A lot of porn!
Jesus.
You owe me, darling.
I owe her that. I also owe her Flowers in the Attic.
Yay! Yeah. Now that's gonna be fun. Now talk about a good time, kids. That's gonna be a hoot and a holler with Cora, with Kathy, with Catherine, with Carrie, Christopher, and Corey, and Corinne.
Cute.
I know, right? It's gonna be a hoot and a holler. Now you're gonna love me, darling. You're gonna go, wow, this gal is sophisticated and worldly, and she could go to fucking Dallas and like bang out with JR.
Jesus Christ. Let's see.
Audience even get
Did you
that
watch Flowers?
reference?
No, not yet. We haven't yet.
Oh, but it will come in the new year. Just as I better come the new year, because you owe me that too, darling.
But
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Had to get one in before the new year.
So Jen,
Yes.
you wouldn't recommend this to any person who wants to watch a holiday special, I take it.
No, like, but again, don't take my word with very much salt, because this is coming from other than a fucking porn. This was my first introduction to anything Star Wars, and again, I feel like I know less now than when I did before we saw it. But I can see like people who really like Star Wars. But no, I'm not saying I wasn't good. I don't understand anyone. I don't fucking get it. I don't see how you fucking Marty. No, I'm not gonna fucking do this.
See, that's the thing that I always liked. Like, that's the thing I always, even though that, like, yeah, the special's weird as hell, but this could have been kind of cool, interesting. I really like, that's the thing I like about Star Wars is the world building and stuff. And it would have been kind of cool to see, like, okay, we're going to devote this, like, hour and a half long TV special to, like, showing people, like, how the rest of the world that aren't, like, the rebels or the main characters, like, how they operate under like, the Empire and stuff. This special could have been kind of cool in that way. They just made the mistake of doing the variety special, also making it about Chewie's family and not giving a subtitle, so you just have random hairy people just screaming inanely for an hour and a half.
You keep forgetting the jerking off.
Might have not been the greatest idea, like, but there was a cool idea here. Like, I'm here for the idea of like doing a story about like in the Star Wars world and like during the holidays and like what holidays is it more like winter? Is there a Christmas villain? Is it stuff like that? That's a cool idea. I like that, the stuff you could have done there. It just is executed terribly.
Yeah. See that this is my bag, but I could see it.
Yeah, like I would have loved that, honestly.
Hello, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, so suffice to say, Jen will never watch not only the Star Wars Holiday Special, but any other piece of Star Wars media again. Probably.
You'll be lucky if you can get me to watch any porn Star Wars. Maybe some porn if you're good this year. Maybe.
But next year you have to do the holiday special prequels and learn about Jar Jar and his family.
Is that a real party, or is
Jen.
it a chicken duck woman?
You can do that.
Yeah, a very
Jar. Trench said it should have been about B. Arthur's Cantina. That would have been an interesting.
Yes, it should have been.
I was actually really bored with the cantina.
That bored you, but fucking the bit where you have Harvey Korman telling you how to build a computer that doesn't exist for like 10 minutes is fine.
Marty let me make hot chocolate.
The single worst moment in the entire.
In fairness, just to show I wasn't a complete prick, I let your mother take a break to make hot chocolate from that fucking scene. Because I wouldn't expose my worst enemy, yet alone the woman I love, to that fucking segment. Jen, you should watch Star Wars movies, but I guess if you don't think it, I guess that's fine.
That's okay. Like, bro, I'm not shitting on anyone. I know there's a lot of Star Wars people, and that is awesome and stuff. I never thought it would be my bag, and this special has kind of proven me right. But I'm not shitting on it. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that y'all, you for Star Wars fans, have this. It's unique, if nothing else. It's very unique. I'm trying to find some positive. I'm having a lot of trouble, but it's fucking Christmas, and no one wants a fucking stick in the mud.
Like, I mean, just imagine for in context. Like, imagine if we just was like, okay, Avatar was a big blockbuster. Let's give it a primetime network holiday special.
I thought you were going to say, let's wait 30, 40 years and make.
Okay, correction. Let's wait 45 years and then give it a holiday special. And say like 30 million into it.
Christian Trenchy says Jar Jar Banks is one of the greatest characters ever created.
You know what, Trenchy? You're right.
Is that clock thing?
Yes, that's the clock. Yes, you're right. I, for one, always like as much holiday special. I feel the Jar Jar holiday special is very underappreciated. It's very sweet to get to see him and the rest of the Gungans talk about their winter-based holiday. It's wonderful. It's
Oh
fucking
God, this is a
beautiful.
thing, isn't
You
it?
get to see like
Happy Kwanzaa! Whoa!
yeah. Little orphan Annie and the gang, and it's so great. You get to see Palpatine really sit around.
What the hell is a
You get to
Palpatine?
see Palpatine come around and give the speech talking about like
I like it, Jen. I like the way you say, "What the hell's the Palpatine?" It sounds like some rectal medication or something. Have you piles? Try Palpatine.
Try
Hello,
Palpatine.
Dice.
Be sure to take your Palpatine and remember to do it.
Dice.
Dice.
They're going to hell. My son and Marty are going to hell.
Do it.
Trenchy says he can relate to Jar Jar Binks. Don't say that,
God,
Trench.
like all joking aside now, saying that, I genuinely wish there was a holiday special in the prequels just to see what the fuck they would have done with Palpatine. That honestly, I would have been here for that. And Hayden Christensen talk about how he hates snow.
It's
Yeah.
moist and it's wet and it gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
Dice says,
So
well, I
good.
already knew you all were going to hell. I'm going to be the door greeter. Thanks, Dice. Make sure we get good seats.
Awesome.
Right on.
Let me honestly try to think of something other than the fact that this is how I feel about Marty. Like, actually, for the show, is there anything I like about it? No.
I would say the effects works good, but it's all reused shit from New Hope.
Yeah,
so
it's all
really...
stock footage from the other the first movie.
I get a cartoon. Like, I had no idea what was going on in the cartoon because I feel you need context. But the animation was nice.
Yeah, the animation's unique, and I think it's the same animation studio that did the Droids cartoon, and it has a distinct style. I kind of like the super squishy, like everything makes it feel like it's made out of rubber style of it.
Ooh, mints on the pillows. I see.
Right?
I love it. Trenchy regrets nothing.
But yeah, I have to say big thanks to a wonderful girlfriend and wonderful lady for watching this unadulterated bucket of scour, which I enjoy.
You know what, Marty? It would have been if I hadn't watching it with you. I wouldn't have done it for any.
You wouldn't have been watching it if it wasn't for him.
No, I wouldn't have. But I mean, Marty always, even when it's something is. This one was really bad, but I didn't want to leave because to spend time with Marty. So
cool.
He makes everything a little bit better. He really does.
I know, but
the next time I annoy you with something perverted, I want you to remember she sat down and watched this with me.
Yeah, I gotta give her props. I can't say shit now for a good fucking 2-3 years until she
and
forgets
a lot of
this.
porn. There'll be a lot of porn.
A lot of porn. God damn it. Oh, fuck it. It's grand. It's worth it. Yeah, so I think we've said all we can say about the Star Wars Holiday Special. Christian, is there anything you want to chime in before I wind things down?
What is there to say about this special that hasn't already been said on it? All I have to say is this: honestly, to contract to get a little, this could have been something kind of cool piece of world building. It's just poorly executed, but as a niche piece of in the franchise, it's harmless. It's not. I don't think it's really all that bad. It's not good. It is not.
No,
good
it's
at all.
not. It's not.
That's just a little bit of kitsch. I don't see it's that harmless. I do think, like with most things in this franchise, the fandom does kind of over-exaggerate and blow out how terrible it is and say it's one of the worst things to ever happen to film and stuff. And I'm like, no, it's just a kitschy 70s TV variety special. There's hundreds of these. Watch the Carpenters one. That one's way weirder.
And also another thing, guys, is you're like, oh, this is one of the stupidest things to ever appear in Star Wars. Let me remind you, there's a Dark Horse comic where Han Solo fights a space otter. There's a TIE fighter pilot that's a Palomino pony. Go Go on, Christian. You have a couple more that you can
I was gonna
promote.
say there's a TIE fighter pilot that's a fucking horse. Yeah, no. There is the entirety of the fucking Attack of the Clones and Hayden Christensen going on about sand and shit. Like, this is not nowhere near the worst thing or the silliest thing in Star Wars.
And this also proves, and as bad, this is bad, so no one can ever say, oh, the fucking Ewoks movies are shit. Okay, go watch this and tell me the fucking Ewoks movies are shit right there then.
Yeah.
But LOTR.
Oh, Lord of the Rings is cool.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. It took me a minute. Sorry.
Oh God, Lord, dude, a Lord of the Rings holiday special takes place like in between like Two Towers and Return of the King.
I'm good. I can't do it. I've had my guys. I've had my fucking fill.
And on that day, Sauron's eye were 3 sizes.
Sasha, I like some of the Star Wars stuff past the original trilogy, but mostly stick to the original trilogy. I think maybe. Jen, have you watched Lord of the Rings? Brian wants to know.
Actually, no.
Oh shit! Well, you know what that means? You're gonna have.
I've read the book. I've read the book.
Okay, well then no, never mind. But I was gonna say, then you know what that means? You're gonna have to team up with your pal Trenchy and make him do another 17-hour binge watch of all of the movies.
I'm not gonna do that to Trenchy. I love Trenchy. Poor little Trenchy. We're doing that to poor Trenchy.
Trench, I'm with you on that. The Ewoks need an R-rated movie in the style of Primal. I want to see if now that Disney owns Predator and Alien, I want to see a Yautja land on Endor and get hunted by Ewoks.
That'd be fucking cool. I'm here for that. Like, honestly, like, it might be controversial to say to, like, the diehard Star Wars fans, I want this. I really love it when this series gets really silly and really goofy and shit. I'm here for that kind of stuff. So I wish we did do a little bit more weird gonzo shit like this.
Again,
Let
there's
Star Wars be funny.
There's an alternate universe comic where Han Solo and Chewie crash on Earth and Han Solo is killed, and Chewie ends up becoming the Bigfoot. The legend of Bigfoot comes about because Chewie's so big, and Indiana Jones goes looking for him. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Yeah. No, that stuff is what I always appreciated about. Just that's my closing statement to Star Wars fans that still shit on like the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the holiday special. Just let it be. Let people have fun with Star Wars again, and let people like what they like.
Yeah, I agree with them. Yeah. Like, yeah, no matter what you like, it's cool. Like, you know, yeah. I think that's a good message.
Live and let live. And anyone criticizing people for liking something, like, fuck that. That's like, you're not the fucking consensus of saying, oh, you have to like this or you have to like that or you're not a fan. That's bullshit. I mean, it's the season of goodwill, and you don't need to be fucking kind of calling people out or giving people shit because they like a particular thing. With that, I'm going to hand the conversation over to the gorgeous Jen Mitchell and her awesome son, and let them discuss what's in the pipeline.
Well, hopefully, as I say this every time, I hope it's you in my pipeline. One of these days, that's my Christmas wish. What is in our pipeline? Well, it is toward the end of the year, and we're coming to a close, but we still have a few of our 12 little days of Chris films. We have some really good ones.
Yeah, we good ones to close out. While this stream was going on, our video for 30 days went up. So if that sounds like a good time, I'm pretty happy with it. Check it out.
And also, there's going to be a flip side to that coin. We found a movie totally planned it. It's in my mastermind. We totally planned it. There's a yin to that yang. Two movies. It's duality.
Yes, totally. But then we also have like it's the end of the year. We need to reflect on the films that came out this year, both the good and the terrible.
Yeah, it's the New Year's almost here, so we gotta say fuck you to the worst of the worst, and we gotta high five the best of the best. And boy, this year gives us a lot to chew on and a lot to So we'll, as always, we close out our last 2 videos of the year is always the worst of the worst. Fuck you, may you rot in hell. And also we like to end the year on positivity. So we go, yay, one more time for all the movies that need to get shouts out. And God, there was a lot of movies this year.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, so best and worst of the year's out in a couple of days for you who couldn't discern our cryptic messaging there. I couldn't.
And also sometime, probably in the new year, Marty and I will be doing more trash fires, and we'll probably be doing flowers in the attic.
Yes. No, in fairness, I gotta do it because she's she is my world. She's a legend, and she watched us, and she did complain a bit, but in fairness, she didn't break up with me, which I think any other woman would have done. May I suggest throw in dash cam in a bonfire to finish the year?
Oh, funny you should mention that, Dice.
That is possibly
We've
in
seen
the
it.
cards, Dice.
Yeah.
Do stay tuned for our worst of the year list on that one.
There's a video. We've seen that, and oh boy, deep thoughts on me and Christian.
Oh, hang on a second. Even though this is probably the best thing I've watched for one of these streams, for old time tradition's sake, fuck you, I'm never doing one of these shows again. Fuck off, I'm out.
And to all a good night.
Happy Life Day, bitches.
Yeah,
What about you, Marty? What are you doing?
I'm gonna be spending time with a gorgeous lady via the internet, and I'm gonna be reviewing figures because some nutcase from America went overboard and sent me consignment of action figures that I'm still in the process of reviewing.
What else have you
You're the
got planned
best.
for your channel? Oh, I love you.
I'll see. I might do a video of the movies I'm looking forward to coming out in 2023. So top 5 or top 10, I'm not sure. I'll see. It's busy at the toy store at the moment, and I'm usually jack tired, but I'll try and do my best. But before I go, Jen, I want to tell you a Christmas joke. Okay. Guy goes into a Christmas tree lot, buys a Christmas tree. The owner hands him the tree and goes, "So, are you going to put that up yourself?" Your man looks at him and goes, "No, you sick fuck, I'm going to put it up in my living room." And with that, we are going to say good night.
Happy holidays, everybody, and be sure to give your loved ones a lot, because it's 'tis the season, as Marty said, and no one's ever promised tomorrow. So it never hurts to tell people you love them, even if you tell them all the time. Never gonna regret it.
No, you don't know what tomorrow holds, so just always be there for people. And I just want to say big thanks to everyone who followed my channel and Jen's channel over the years. Big thanks to Russell, to Dice, to Sasha, to Trenchy, to Ethel, to Mark,
Katie,
to Brian, to John Steele, to obviously Jen, to Eric, to Jess Flicks, to so many other people, Horror Retrospective, Lady Sasha, to everyone. Thanks a million, guys. And if I've left anyone out, I apologize. You're all fucking great. You're all legends. And I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this lady here and Ollie. So to that, have a lovely Christmas, guys. And to all a good night.